So I'm gonna review Band of Brothers episode 3, Carentan. So this episode takes place right after episode 2, Day of Days, to where they're going into this little village in Carentan it's in Normandy in France, and so this has a lot more action, like of the. It's very similar to the last episode, and also they kind of like hint at Ronald Spears and how he actually like assassinated. I'm not so sure, but I'm pretty sure they didn't really make that up 'cause based off of the book. I think I remember reading parts of it that was actually true because, fun fact, the real Ronald Spears was always afraid going back to Europe after the war, and because he was worried that he was going to get prosecuted for war crimes. But yeah, but he never did. But also, according to Dick Winters, he said that like yeah, he did do a lot of that stuff, but he was a great soldier, so like he was very valuable. So yeah, he wasn't gonna get court-martialed. Like I would imagine if you were probably like some random person that didn't really bring anything to the table, you probably would have been court-martialed. But people protected him. I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah, I believe they did that because they just didn't have the room for him, and they didn't want them to go back to the patrol and tell where the Americans are. So, but yeah, but also this episode follows Robert Blythe. And the interesting thing, like he's like the lead character. Some people I've read that didn't like that. I don't mind it. I don't mind the actor. But I think they get some of his facts wrong at the very end. I don't want to spoil it, but like well, I'll kind of just say like they insinuate that he passed away because he gets shot. Like he did get shot, but he passed away years later, you know? So like, I believe he was doing a reunion and, something happened in Belgium. But yeah, this episode is like action packed, so if you're still with me on watching the other 2 episodes, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this one, and it just gets more interesting as it goes along. They go to Holland, that's a great one, and the 5th episode is really great. Tom Hanks directs that one. It's just such a great series. Like, I'm gonna probably start reading the book. I have the book and I just keep blowing it off, but the book is, this show is just amazing.